Husband, the word that shook the internet. Yulong and Yang Meimei's unscripted moment of love. A single word, husband. That was all it took to ignite the entire internet and shatter Yulong's carefully built composure. One soft call from Yang Meimei, gentle as a spring breeze, brushed past the most fragile corner of the heart. In that instant, the world seemed to pause. Her tone was tender, her smile radiant, and Yulong's defenses melted away completely. His gaze, once calm and distant, turned into something achingly human, warm, vulnerable, and impossibly real. It wasn't scripted. It wasn't rehearsed. It was a moment born purely from emotion, perhaps fate's most tender arrangement. In the sprawling universe of entertainment, genuine connections are rare, almost mythical. Yet when the camera found Yulong and Yang Meimei, people finally understood that some encounters aren't coincidences, they're destined collisions of two souls. In an industry overflowing with beauty and charm, their chemistry stood apart. Their smiles spoke louder than 1,000 lines of dialogue. Their eyes, when they met, seemed to tell stories that words could never capture. Was it just performance or something deeper? To fans watching, it felt like the latter, a spark of truth flickering through the layers of fiction. A 9-year age gap, a 20-centimeter height difference, numbers that, to outsiders, might seem like barriers. But when they stood side by side, those numbers dissolved. His tall, protective frame made her seem even more delicate, while her innocent grin softened his entire presence. His eyes carried the starlight of maturity, calm yet full of hidden warmth, while hers shimmered with the purity of youth. When their gazes met, the world held its breath. Yulong's eyes reflected the quiet strength of a man who has seen much, yet still chooses to be gentle. Yang Meimei's smile, bright and sincere, seemed to light his entire world. Then came that simple moment, his hand resting protectively on her shoulder, her eyes lifting to meet his. It lasted only seconds, but it moved millions. It wasn't acting anymore, it was resonance. Their emotions transcended the frame, breaking free from the script to become something deeply personal. What bloomed between them was an unspoken harmony, a conversation of hearts rather than words. Fans called their collaboration a dream you never want to wake from, because even when the scene ended, the warmth lingered. That unscripted husband, spoken naturally, without direction, instantly became an internet classic. In that one word, there was playfulness, affection, and something raw and honest. Yulong's response, the slight curve of his lips, the laughter glimmering in his eyes, transformed the entire atmosphere. What existed between them transcended professional chemistry. It felt like love, subtle, genuine, and beautifully unguarded. That husband was never in the script. Yet it carried more weight than any grand declaration of love. Audiences saw in Yang Meimei's voice the innocence of a girl's first fluttering heart, and in Yulong's gaze, the unwavering tenderness of a man in love. Their connection was quiet but powerful enough to move even the most skeptical hearts. The internet exploded, memes, edits, hashtags, tears. But beyond the noise was something deeper, the realization that this wasn't performance. It was emotion, honest and human. When people say Yang Meimei is Yulong's only exception, they aren't exaggerating. They're naming a truth. Yulong, once known for his composed and disciplined demeanor, suddenly seemed softer, lighter. The man who used to hide behind restraint now smiled more freely. Around her, his tone turned gentle, his laughter spontaneous. She was the spring breeze that melted the winter in his soul. Perhaps that's what the exception truly means, the one person who makes you drop your armor. In young Meimei's eyes, Yulong isn't an untouchable idol, but someone she trusts. When he laughs, she looks at him instinctively. When she falters, his gaze steadies her. Their understanding didn't form overnight. It grew quietly, like roots intertwining beneath the surface, steady, unseen, but unbreakable. He reads her silences. She understands his restraint. They don't need words. A glance, a gesture, a soft laugh, that's enough. The beauty of their bond lies in its simplicity, its honesty. What began as a partnership for the camera evolved into something far more intimate, a genuine companionship. Some say the highest form of love is mutual growth. Yulong became warmer because of her, and young Meimei braver because of him. In each other's presence, they found their truest selves. When the camera lingers on them, it captures more than acting. It captures something alive, something sacred. Audiences stopped seeing them as characters and began seeing them as people, two hearts beating in sync. Watching them, you can't help but smile, can't help but feel that same flutter. The word husband echoed far beyond the show. It became a symbol of authenticity, of a rare, unspoken affection that transcends the spotlight. Even if their love only lives within the frame of a drama, that's the beauty of it. They don't need grand gestures or dramatic confessions. A single look, a quiet smile, a word, husband, is enough to make millions believe in love again. That's their magic, the way they remind people that love doesn't always need to shout. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's hidden in the curve of a smile or the sparkle in an eye. That's why Yulong and young Meimei aren't just a couple on screen. They're the couple, the ideal pairing. Their connection feels predestined, not manufactured. What fans love about them isn't perfection, but sincerity. It's the unfiltered humanity that seeps through every glance and breath. They remind people what love is supposed to feel like, quiet, pure, and transformative. Their story began on screen, but it spilled gently into reality, dissolving the line between fiction and truth. When young Meimei softly uttered husband, it wasn't just Yulong's heart that filled, it was everyone's. He was no longer the distant leading man. She was no longer the shy girl. In that moment, they were simply two souls who had found home in each other. Their story might exist only within the minutes of a short film, but to the audience, it became something eternal. What lingers isn't the plot twist or the ending. It's the way their eyes met, the warmth in their laughter, the tenderness that felt impossibly real. It's the kind of moment that slips past the camera and into your heart, the kind that makes you believe, just for a little while, that love like this truly exists. Epilogue: when fiction teaches us to believe again. The aftermath of that single word, husband, rippled far beyond the screen. Within hours, social media transformed into a digital love letter. Edits, slow-motion clips, poetic captions, and fan theories flooded every platform. On Weibo, the hashtag Young Meimei calls Yulong husband soared past 100 million views. Even those who had never followed the pair before found themselves drawn into the tenderness of that moment.
Why?
Because it reminded people of something rare, sincerity. In a world obsessed with filters, algorithms, and staged perfection, Yulong and Yang Meimei offered something refreshingly real. There was no artifice, no performance, just two people caught in an emotional truth. Viewers from across Asia commented that the scene felt like watching love discover itself. Others admitted that it made them tear up, not from sadness, but from a kind of nostalgia, a yearning for purity in a noisy, complicated age. That's the quiet power of genuine connection. It doesn't demand attention, it earns it. It doesn't need to scream. It simply exists, and in doing so, transforms everyone who witnesses it. For longtime fans, Yulong's transformation was astonishing. The once cool, stoic actor now radiated warmth. A new ease appeared in his interviews, a laughter that surfaced even in serious moments. When reporters teased him about the husband scene, he simply smiled and said, "Some things can't be explained, they're just felt." That line alone reignited the frenzy. People replayed his tone, his eyes, the quiet sincerity behind the smile. It wasn't a confirmation, but neither was it denial. It was something more intimate, a confession without words. Yang Meimei's star shone even brighter. She wasn't a loud, viral clip celebrity. She was the gentle girl who stole the world's heart with one accidental word. Fans began calling her the whisper that broke the internet. Every time she appeared in public afterward, it was as if that warmth still followed her, like invisible starlight clinging to her every gesture. Critics and cultural commentators joined in. Entertainment columns called the scene a masterclass in emotional realism. Relationship experts praised their chemistry as proof that real affection cannot be faked. But beneath all the headlines and hashtags lay a simple truth. Audiences crave authenticity. They're weary of manufactured perfection. They want to feel again. And Yulong and Yang Meimei gave them that, a glimpse of love that was imperfect, spontaneous, and true. Their connection has become a quiet anthem for sincerity in an age of performance. It's a reminder that the purest emotions often arrive unannounced, in a look, a laugh, a single word that escapes before reason can catch it. Months have passed, yet the clip still circulates, reborn through fan edits, art, and stories. It's no longer just a moment on film, it's a feeling, a symbol of tenderness rediscovered. Maybe that's the real legacy of Yulong and Yang Meimei. Not a headline romance, but a shared belief that love, real love, still exists. For them, everything began with one small word, husband. A word that became a promise, a memory, a heartbeat. Even if their love story only lives within those few minutes of footage, its warmth reaches beyond the screen, reminding everyone that sometimes the truest emotions come unscripted, and that's precisely what makes them unforgettable.